Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
The numbers a week ago for Cook. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Fields. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Fields. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Cook now off the read option. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Cook following the penalty. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here, because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now back to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's taken to the 26. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 24 carries, 91 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started. And they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 4th down, so Jake Camargo is out there. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Meanwhile, Fields' throw pulled in by Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the 1st quarter as that's a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup
from just shy of midfield. Fields, he's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
A couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, Run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. They juked him. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And that will come the offense as they take over. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Fields. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
To the air again, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Quinnen Williams gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
London about set to take over on offense.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Now ETN to start the drive. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw.
That's caught downfield by Pickens.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Black Knights post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And now out comes Minnesota. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down.
Here's Fields.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. So graduate of the Naval Academy. Back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
Brings up third down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fields. And this one is incomplete. Here now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw is Fields. He finds Hopkins complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll try the middle with Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 5.
Now it's Fields. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And he's going to go down again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down.
Fields now to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
London about set to take over on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. He'll look to throw. Open man is Chase, complete. And he slips it past the 45 before being tackled. So they get 13 yards on that play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 12 yards there and a first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hayes. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. A throw over the middle, taken in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Devontae Smith. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Point after, right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Vikings 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd and 10. Fields, open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Vikings send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fielded at the 33. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pickens on the slant. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Working with a 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This is Smith with a grab. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in...
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first and 10, it's ETN. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Another tote for ETN. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll run with ETN. Oh, good move. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. And touchdown. Travis Etienne, his second rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cook now off the read option. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Fields. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. It's complete to Hopkins. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, that puts them in that position.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Etienne up the middle. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man complete. That's Hayes. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now back to throw. And he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. 2nd and goal from the 1. Etienne is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. Now 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And now out comes Minnesota. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 27, Fields. That's going to be caught by Samuel. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Fields. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, Fields dances by him. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is first and 10 right now. To throw is Fields. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, second and 10. Now it's Fields. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Fields. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran away. Good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They snap it to Fields, and he's going to get this down near the 25. So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
London about set to take over on offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He's tackled at the 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line.
18 on the play. 1st down,
Straight ahead, Etienne. He finds some open field here. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 129 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Here's a 2nd and 7. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. George Pickens, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Black Knights are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Minnesota's offense takes over possession as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And they will take over 1st and 10. London about set to take over on offense. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over in the sidelines all the time.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And out now come the Vikings. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, Fields. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
That's good for Vikings. First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Fields on 1st down.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Throwing again on second down. Fields. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Throwing again is Fields. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw again on second down. Fields. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now a first down throw, Fields. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, ETN once more. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, London.
A handoff for ETN. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for